Hi, my name is Karen Holmes. I'm the founder and director of the World Peace Organization for the One World Government. And I am, today we're focusing on the Catholic Church in America project, just one of the projects associated with the work that we're doing for world peace to create the international government. Okay. The reason I'm talking to you today is because Pope Francis passed away just recently, and he's now been replaced by Pope Leo the 14th. And Pope Leo has made several comments. The idea during the conclave was that there would be a schism, and I wanted to clarify all of these different misunderstandings that are going on now, with the idea that it would allow everybody to come together with a sense of unity, which is what Pope Leo would like. He would like peace on earth, basically peace for everyone, and then he would like a sense of unity, and he would like a sense of Christianity for all. So you could say that this project is going to be fulfilling the principles. He's standing on the principles, but then he's now going to, how is he going to make that happen when the Catholic Church cannot speak for all? He cannot speak for everyone. That's my job to do that. You could say I am the person who's going to apply all that, what he wants. I'm going to give him those things in the whole world as a plan for the international government. My authority, you could say, to do that is I am a Melchizedek. And a Melchizedek is someone who I am a priest in the order of Melchizedek. Jesus is a Melchizedek. We are people like, as strange as it may sound, we are people like who go into a crisis situation and raise up the people out of the crisis situation. In a way, we're kind of like, a way you can see it is like we're a Navy SEAL, which, you look at me, do I look like a Navy SEAL? No. But we raise the situation up, and Jesus was not a Navy SEAL by any means, but what he did was he was born to raise up the situation, raise mankind out of the situation. That's where Christianity came from. So a Melchizedek goes into a situation and raises it up. And Pope Leo the 14th, Pope Leo, wanted to bring peace on earth, a sense of unity, and the idea of Christianity for all. The idea of Christianity is one of the 7 major religions, and I'll go into that later. But right now I wanted to talk about another statement that he made, and that is the idea of problems with the LGBTQ community. Talking about raising that up, we're going to look, for example, to start out with the idea of how can you bring a sense of unity and Christianity for all when there's a problem related to leaving people out. Universal law says you can't leave anyone out. If you do, you leave yourself out. So rather than letting the Christian church leave itself out, let's look for just a minute at the idea of the LGBTQ and what's happening with that. One of the misunderstandings, I'd like to start out with just one idea that allows everything to go forward, and that is a misunderstanding in the Catholic Church. But they've tried over the years to make it happen, and that is science and religion lean on each other. When you think of it, it's kind of like, this is something I was thinking about yesterday. Let's say that science and religion create a sense of polarity, a sense of good and bad, a sense of going around the yin and the yang circle symbol is a symbol of this yin, the black and white extremes, the sense of polarity. But within each of the S-shape idea, there are two circles on that, and you could say that good, if you look at white, it has a black circle in it, and if you look at black, it has a white circle in it. So let's say that they have the white and the black with this idea of polarity. The good has the white, if it's good, has bad in it, or darkness, and the darkness has light in it. So let's say people who are in hell have some light in them, and they can use that light to escape from hell. The people who are in heaven, we've not evolved to our immaculate concept yet, which is what we're hoping to do. So we have to address the good and the bad inside of it. And fear, you could say, is an idea of what part of God don't you understand. So let's look at the idea of the fear of a schism. Well, the battles of Armageddon are going on now. So it doesn't matter whether there's a schism in the Catholic Church, because there's a schism as a result of a global schism that started as a result of the Iraq War, which is what we're going to address in not the Catholic Church in America idea, but in the World Peace Organization for the One World Government. We're looking at this idea of resolving the issue related to a schism, and that started, and the whole world is schisming right now. So if the Catholic Church is schisming too, well, that's just part of it. Okay, so that's where it is. Now, if science and religion lean on each other, that means that one can solve the problems that the other one has, and by working together, you create a sense of unity again with the LGBTQ idea. It actually solves the problems of pandemics and abortion and all the different ideas that the Catholic Church is not capable of understanding right now. But by looking at science and bringing the two together so they lean on each other, then instead of this idea of the yin and the yang, it creates a sense of unity again. It's like what part of God is, you could say, the unified field theory, the principle of everything, is the Catholics or the Christian, all the religions understand universal law and are based on universal law, and when they fit together into a pie shape, they basically each teach all the principles that are necessary to create the life you want, which is what everybody wants, and that creates a sense of unity again. So when you look at Christianity and say this is we're the chosen people and we're going to leave everybody out and we're going to have to force everybody to be Christians, they are not going to do that. You cannot create unity by separating people out. You can only create unity by being inclusive with everyone, and by bringing in all the religions, which is what Pope Francis was talking about for a while, is one of the things he was doing. But there was so much idea of that falling back to tradition, and that's one of the things that I'm going to address in one of the books that I have channeled. I'm a psychic, I'm a Melchizedek, you can say I'm the olive pope. I was told all these things, and we'll get into all of those different things, which gives me the authority to go and work on a global scale, just like the Catholic Church is trying to do. But I'm working with another Melchizedek, and we are working on the Northern Hemisphere. I'm working on the Northern Hemisphere, and he's working on the Southern Hemisphere, and we're creating this sense of unity, male and female again, creating this sense of unity and the yin and the yang idea. So that's one of the things that I wanted to talk about. Okay, as the planning circle, when you're coming up with a plan, you start out with going through each of the 7 major religions teaches one stage of the planning circle, and Christianity teaches the idea of of having a plan, an idea to solve a problem. It's creativity. It's Jesus of Nazareth taught the principles of creativity. So when you deal with that and you look at it, all of the religions fit together and have this complex, remarkable relationship with each other, that as you're going around the circle, you're no longer in the planning circle. You're walking forward to create the life you want, which is one of your unalienable rights from our Creator. So by dealing with this idea of duality and then coming out of the duality, creating unity, then that allows you to go forward. So as I said, the one thing everyone wants is to create the life they want, which is an unalienable right that we have by our Creator. And Christianity will be like the first, there will be a school that we're working to create. I'm working to create a school that brings all the religions together, that allows everybody to create the life they want. And that now we're starting to evolve. We're no longer in the sense of battle. We're starting to evolve. Finding the midpoint between it allows mankind to evolve. Taking the two extremes, bringing it together with the idea of science and religion, leaning on each other. You see how it's going to work, okay? All of these things come together to create a sense of unity and moving people forward into the future. So now we're taking what Pope Francis and Pope Leo did, and we're looking at Christianity as the idea for the next 1,000 years of peace, the prophesied 1,000 years of peace. So here we are, we're starting out, we're evolving out of the idea of the third dimension, where you think you can get your life by playing a bunch of power games. Each of the religions counters one of the power games, plays the favorite power game, and now we have to address the power games, the 7 deadly sins and the revenge and all this. And we're going to overcome all of these ideas, create a sense of unity, and everybody move forward to create the life they want. And that's what all of my projects and all my organizations are doing, is bringing it together. And I'm going to go into all of these in other videos. So this was just an overview idea of how to create a sense of unity, how to give Pope Leo an idea, how to overcome the idea of the LGBTQ, because basically the LGBTQ is an idea that has to be included in it, and science is the one that explains that based on the idea of genetics and the energy field that is associated with people, and the fact that and I'll go into at a different time into how that plays out. I'm just giving like an overview idea of everything right now. So if I would appreciate if you'd like, share, and subscribe, of course. My videos are raw videos. I don't edit them, and I'm bringing in other people who can do the job better than I can. I can do my job, and we'll talk about the economy and a sense of abundance, a sense of creating the life you want, and how you get everything you want in future videos. So now I am demonstrating that in my own life. If I can do it, anybody can do it, even though I'm a Melchizedek, that you don't know who you are either and what your capacity is. So we'll talk about all of this stuff in future videos. So like, share, and subscribe, and share this with other people so that they can find out how they can create the life they want to. Especially right now on this video, is if somebody is considered falling back to tradition of the Catholic Church and is angry with Pope Leo for not being able to solve the problems, because there are two issues in the Catholic Church that cannot be resolved from within the Catholic Church, and those are sins, the deadly sins, and that's where I come in. I'm addressing the 7 deadly sins and how the games work and why they don't work. So that's it for today. Thank you. Thank you for stopping by.